Hello students, I hope all of you must be doing well. Welcome to all of you again to 12th chemistry, and yes, especially to the organic section of 12th chemistry. Yeah, you can see it's lesson number 10, haloalkanes and haloarenes, the first chapter of your part 2 of your NCERT textbooks, right? So let me talk about this particular chapter, and let me start with introduction of the chapter. Now students, you can see that the name haloalkanes which is given to you is all about the talk of halogen and alkanes. Now halogen, you are very well aware, I suppose. You are aware that you have in the periodic table group 17 referred to as your halogen family. And yeah, this halogen family has members like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, and yeah, newly discovered tennessine, right? Now, majorly what we are using are fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Astatine being radioactive in nature, we are not taking much into consideration, right? So now, let me explain you what do you mean by haloalkanes. Here, haloalkanes are nothing but student halogen in alkanes. Alkanes you have already studied in your 11th standard. The hydrocarbons basically. What are hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are compounds containing hydrogen and carbon. Okay, so in that if you replace one of the hydrogen by an halogen, you get back something called as haloalkanes. And similarly, haloarenes. Arenes is nothing but referred to for the aromatic compounds. So in your aromatic compounds, if you substitute hydrogen by a halogen, that is these all, any of these, then you get back something called as haloarenes. So how do you define them is like the replacement of one or more. Yeah, you can replace one or more hydrogen atoms, right? Hydrogen atoms in your, as I said, aliphatic or aromatic hydrocarbons by halogen atoms. Okay, by halogen atoms, then we can say that it forms haloalkanes. Okay, now students, this haloalkanes are also referred to as alkyl halides. So let me write the trivial name. You can name it as alkyl halides, or not or, as we are continuing the statement, let me write and. You will have haloarenes respectively. Okay, haloarenes, aryl halides respectively. What do I mean by saying here respectively is because I have taken aliphatic initially and then aromatic hydrocarbon by halogen atoms. It forms haloalkanes and haloarene aryl halides respectively. Now students, let me explain you this by giving you example. Okay, now suppose we are all aware the hydrocarbon, basic hydrocarbon which we are having is your methane, right? So suppose if I am taking this methane, CH4. Yeah, structurally you know that I can write methane like this. Fine. Yeah. Now what I am showing you here, this is nothing but a simplest hydrocarbon, or you can say it as an alkane. Now here this hydrogen I replace and see what we can get. I can like replace this by any of the halogen. Fine. Now the X which I have written here is nothing but, all these X are nothing but, as I said, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Fine. So this what you are getting right now is nothing but your haloalkane. What it is? Your haloalkane. Or you can say it to be your, as I said, alkyl halide. Now similarly, you can take benzene, an aromatic compound. Okay, so you can take benzene like this, And here also, if I wish to show you structurally, I can show like this. Fine, you are aware the formula of benzene is C6H6. So let me see that I am showing you 6 hydrogens attached to carbon like this, and yeah, the double bond present in benzene. Now I wish to replace this particular hydrogen. What if I am replacing this particular hydrogen? Yeah, you are knowing, I replace and put a halogen. So I get back something called as haloarenes. Okay, students. Now, a very important thing in this, what you need to keep in mind, is all about the carbon which is attached to halogen. Carbon which is attached to halogen, I would be referring it as halogenated carbon. You know, students, this halogenated carbon is sp3 hybridized. It has got sp3 hybridization, right? In case of aliphatic hydrocarbons, when you are taking and substituting it by halogen, then this carbon is sp3 hybridized. But again, you take a note, the carbon that is a halogenated carbon, in case of your haloarene, will not be sp3. It will be sp2 hybridized. So this is an important point which you need to keep in mind in case of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So I hope you are now aware with the terminology of the name of the chapter, haloalkanes and haloarenes, as I said, right? Haloalkanes and haloarenes are nothing but obtained by replacement of one of the or more of the hydrogens of the hydrocarbon by any of the halogens. So this is the way you can obtain your haloalkane and haloarene compounds. Fine. Now students, let us move ahead and let us talk about that these many of these haloalkanes or haloarenes, you know, are being obtained from the nature, or they occur in nature, you can say. So let me tell you that many of these occur in nature, and in that, you know, some are medicinally useful to us and some are medicinally useful to all of us. Okay, now let me give you the examples of this. So what you need to remember in the example about the haloalkanes or the halogen containing organic compounds which are obtained from nature, and in that case you have to remember, yeah, you can take an example of chloromycetin or chloramphenicol. Okay, chloramphenicol, try to remember this particular names. Chloramphenicol, you know students, this is chlorine containing antibiotic. What is it? It is chlorine containing antibiotic. Fine. Now in this case, about this chloramphenicol, what you need to know other things about it, as discussed also in the book. You know, these are produced by microorganisms. They are produced by microorganisms, and yeah, you know, they are effective in treatment of typhoid fever. You know, they are very effective in treatment of this and obtained naturally. Fine. Now students, these also find use in our body, you know, like they are also released. When I'm talking about the haloalkanes obtained from or occur in nature, then I can say that our body produces a hormone. You know, our body produces hormone, namely, if you are aware of thyroxine. Okay, thyroxine. Now you know that this thyroxine is an iodine containing hormone. Now we are also aware that its deficiency, its deficiency causes, we are aware, right, its deficiency causes goiter. So these were like some of the halogen containing organic compounds which occur in nature. Right? Now students, we do have the synthetic ones. So let me move on to that particular part. We also have the synthetic halogen containing compounds. Halogen containing, and let me give you an example also. Okay, now in this synthetic one, you need to remember, like as I said there, you need to remember chloroquine. CHLOROQINE, chloroquine. You know, this is used in treatment of, can you recall? Yes, it is used in treatment of malaria. Now apart from this, a very discussed class of compound these days are halothane. Or under that, let me talk about phlothane. Now what are phlothenes? You know, ethane is C2H6, but I will not write completely C2H6. I replace the 5 other hydrogens by the halogens like Br, Cl and F3. So as here F are more, I call it as a halothane, as a phlothane. Now students, regarding these, let me tell you that these halothanes or phlothanes are used during surgery. In what context then they are used in surgery? So they are used as an anesthetic, right? They are used as anesthetic, right? Now under this, another very discussed these days is nothing but your fully fluorinated compounds. Now you know, these fully fluorinated compounds are considered as, potential blood substitutes, in surgery whenever we are doing. Now students, what do you mean by this particular blood substitute? You know, this blood substitute, when I am referring the blood substitute, it is nothing but artificial blood, you can say. Artificial blood you can talk, or you can say like it is blood extender, you can say it as blood extender, or else you can say it as blood surrogate. Now you know that this is a substance which is used in, you can say it is used to mimic or full functions of like this natural blood, right? Fully functioning of this particular natural blood, it can mimic it as. Usually, you know what? Its oxygen carrying ability, it copies or it mimics. So like as I said, they are the synthetic halogen containing compounds. They are used like this as artificial blood, fully fluorinated compounds. Now students, all this are been discussed in your textbook. Apart from this, it is also said that these particular halogen containing organic compounds, or you can merely say the halogens or haloalkanes or haloarenes, they are also they also serve as halogen containing organic compounds, serve as intermediates. You know, you must have got an idea when I say intermediates. They serve as intermediates for what? For synthesis of varieties of other classes of organic compounds, right? halogen containing organic compound serves as intermediates for synthesis of varieties of other organic compounds. Means they can be helpful to us for preparing many other organic compounds. Apart from this, students, they are also used as solvents. They are also used as solvents. You know, they are used as solvents for, you can say, relatively non-polar compounds. You are aware with the meaning of the word non-polar by the time, right? So finally we can say that these compounds, so finally we can say like this, that these compounds are useful to us in, you can say, like agriculture, medicine, industries, and in day-to-day life. So this was all about the introduction part of this particular chapter, students. You can see that I have given you the various uses of this particular haloalkenes which you are coming across, right? So this was an introductory part which I brought to your notice, and ahead in the chapter we are going to talk about various preparation properties and uses of these particular halo compounds. So for the time being, stay connected, stay tuned. If you have liked the video, press the like button, subscribe to it. I will be proceeding ahead with the next video with the classification of these haloalkanes and haloarenes. Till then, keep watching. Thank you all. Stay safe, stay happy.